Assalamualaikum and good day. I am one of the presenter of Group 6 and my name is Nur Afzal Wahida binti Zainal. Alongside with me in my group we have Aisyah Hanif and Sofia Balkis. So, what is my group gonna do is we are going to redesign the Alunan Rimba Gamelan Showcase poster for visual communication efficiency. So, in today's digital age, promotional posters are more than just advertisement. They are mostly act as important medium for communicating with the audience and promoting events. A well-designed poster should not only provide a clear event information but also visually represent the identity of the event that the poster promotes. So, this study focused on the Alunan Rimba Gamelan Showcase poster, which was produced by the Unit 10 and Unit 10 student and shared through their social media platform, which is Astana Unit 10 that you can see on their IG, which is Instagram, as also known as Anak Seni Tenaga Nasional. Since the poster was mainly viewed on digital platform, especially on smartphone, it is important to evaluate whether its design was effectively communicate with the audience and the cultural identity of the traditional Malay gamelan itself. Although the original poster was successfully promote the event, several visual communicate the issues was identified. First of all, the typography in the poster was thin and had a low contrast, making the text is a bit difficult to read by most of the audience, especially on mobile device. And second, the layout lacked a clear visual hierarchy, causing the importance of the information to compete for attention instead of guiding the viewer or the audience naturally. Also, most importantly, the foggy forest on the background and decorative music notes graphics did not clearly represent the traditional Malay gamelan, and it caused viewers to not recognize the poster immediately. Like, what is this poster talking about? Like, I didn't see anything about gamelan in here. So, to address this issue, the poster was redesigned using the bolder typography. The better typography, improved color contrast, a clear information hierarchy, and authentic cultural imagery related to gamelan. However, simply redesigning the poster doesn't guarantee that it's more effective. That is the reason why this study evaluates whether the redesigned poster improve visual communication effectiveness based on feedback from the audience. So we have two research objectives, which is to evaluate the communicative effectiveness of the original Alunan Rimba poster using ROS 2016 3 analytical sites, and to develop our second objective is to develop and validate evidence based on redesign intervention that optimize visual communication effectiveness across both print and digital, particularly mobile first environment.
Our methodology ran in 2 phases. In the first phase, we interviewed 9 Malaysians about the original Alunan Rimba poster, the designer who made it, 3 design experts, and 5 people from the audience the poster was meant to reach. We used semi-structured interviews, so we had a set of prepared questions but could follow up whenever something interesting came up. Those interviews were there to diagnose the problem. We then redesigned the poster based on what we learned. And that's where the second phase comes in. Because it's one thing to say a redesign is better, we wanted to find out whether people actually saw it that way. So we built a short bilingual questionnaire that put both versions side by side. We deliberately labeled them poster A and poster B, not old and new, because those words would have told people what to think before they had even looked. Every question asked the same thing. Which poster does this better? And the whole survey was kept anonymous, no names, no emails, because we wanted honest answers from every participant. Then we shared it with an initial group and let them pass it on through their own networks. That is called snowball sampling, and it is widely used in Malaysian research. We received 9 total responses. 9 is a small sample, so we report our results as plain counts rather than percentages, and we don't claim they speak for all Malaysians. What they do tell us is whether the changes we made were actually noticed by the people looking, and my teammate will take you through what we found.
Assalamualaikum. I'll be talking to you through the key findings of our research on the Alunan Rimba Gamelan Showcase poster to really understand whether original design went wrong and how our design fixed it. We evaluate the poster through Gillian Rowe's 3 critical visual sites, which is production, the image itself, and audiencing. So, let's start at the site of the production with our interview with the original designer poster 1. Poster 1 create the poster using Canva Premium under tight deadline and with strict guidelines include institutional logos like Unit 10 and Badal Sila. The concept was built around an abstract 4 elements theme, which is fire, air, water and earth, to create mystery feel, atmosphere, mood. Interestingly, poster 1 deliberately avoided traditional gamelan instruments like the sarong and barong because they thought it looked cliche or generic. But here's the major takeaway. By prioritizing artistic mood and visual intrigue over functional design, the production process unintentionally built in usability barriers right from the start. Next, we analyze the site of image itself through expert evaluation with E1, E2, and E3. They identified 3 major technical flaws. So, the first one is typography. Our typography specialist, E1, pointed out that the title Alunan Rimba used thin script fonts with very low contrast. It's actually failed the WCAG 2.1 minimum contrast ratio, making it nearly invisible on mobile screen. So the second one is layout and hierarchy. Our digital layout specialist E1 noted there was no clear visual focal point. Crucial event details like date, time and venue were crammed into a low contrast footer, and institutional logos were scaled so small that viewers had to physically pinch and zoom on their phones to read them. And the last one is iconography. Our vector illustrator E3 highlight that using generic music, notes and abstract nature shapes cause semantic confusion. Viewers interpret the poster as promising and generic acoustic or modern concert rather than traditional Malaysia gamelan. Finally, at the site of audiencing, where real people viewed the poster, our user interviews, which is A1 and 2A5, confirm these exact issues. Viewers experience distinct cultural recognition gap, which is because there were traditional instruments. People simply didn't realize it was gamelan showcase. On top of that, because 8 out of our 9 respondents view the poster on smartphone screen, the lack of legibility meant key details were completely missed at a glance. So, this brought us directly to our second research objective, which is developing and testing the evidence-based redesign. So, to answer RO2, we put the original poster side by side with our redesign in a cooperative evaluation with Malaysian viewers, which is the result clearly validate our design inventation to on typography. We replaced the transcript with a bold high contrast serif header. 8 out of 9 respondents selected the redesign for significantly better title salience and readability. So on visual hierarchy, we can recognize the layout into a clear vertical reading path. 8 out of 9 respondents found it faster and easier to extract the date, time and location. So on cultural iconography, we replace the abstract music notes with a high fidelity vector illustration of a traditional saron. Unanimous 9 out of 9 respondents, which is 100%, immediately identify the event as a gamelan performance. So the last one is on mobile optimization. By scaling up logos and text, out of 9 respondents confirmed the redesign was far superior for smartphone viewing. Overall, 8 out of 9 respondents voted our redesign as the more effective promotional poster. This show is confirmed that fixing this specific technical deficiency successfully restore visual communication efficiency.